Hey everybody, it's me, Mark of Menlock Sings, and today we're going to talk about memories. Well, a few of you might remember that I was talking whilst one of the Christmas episodes talking about my grandpa and that he's not in a good condition. And his condition was actually cancer, and it was terminal cancer. My family and I took care of him the last few weeks, months, to make it as easy as possible for him, to help him, and to fulfill his dream to die at home. This Saturday, he passed away. And it was really sad for me, because my grandpa for me is a really important person, since I grew up so tight with my grandparents, and he's kind of a father supply to me. So he's the male figure I look up to, and he was an amazing person. He was just great. He was helpful to everybody. If he had any problems, he always helped out. He was a tinkerer. He was just amazing. He was super social, maybe too social for some people. So there's so many stories about him. How do you manage to don't forget stories about your loved ones, your friends and everything? Well, pictures is a good way. Just remember, or just look at the photo albums your parents or your grandparents have with all these printed pictures. It's a difference if you have digital pictures and Facebook reminds you once a year, oh my god, 1 year ago you did this, but still you don't have it printed or anything. So if you're shooting a lot of digital pictures and you don't have them printed, start printing them and put them into an album that you have in your shelf somewhere stored in the back, that you can pull out and just look at it and remember these moments. Maybe you remember a few episodes ago I did this comparison about Instax and Polaroid, and I smuggled in one picture of my grandpa, and that was this picture actually, this here. The moment I look at this picture, I remember the day it was. It was a summer day, and we're sitting in the garden on the countryside at our house, and we were just playing cards before that picture. And yes, I know it's not the perfect picture. He has his eyes closed, but he's sitting there, he's calm. There's a lot of nice memories that I have to keep in mind for myself. It's not the perfect shot, and I want to keep remembering you. We don't need to take just perfect pictures. Also snapshots that remember us of stuff are so important that we sometimes forget that the value of an image, that a Polaroid is expensive. But the value of this image now for me, that is not the perfect image and snapshot of my grandpa, but this image for me is worth more than I can't, there is no money that would actually make me sell this image. Not in 100 years I would sell this image. Keep in mind, you don't shoot just for art, you also shoot for memories. And that's important. I know that's a sad episode here, but I'm not happy. My grandpa passed away, and it's a hard situation for me. My mom and I were taking care of him in the last days. He was in such a bad shape, he couldn't walk anymore, he couldn't see, he couldn't hear. Even for me as a paramedic, having the knowledge of what happens in this situation, it's hard. I always play the tough guy, but sometimes it touches me too, and I can't stand anymore. And at the moment I'm at the end of my strengths. I'm burned out since I worked my job, and I have to thank my boss, gave me the freedom that I could manage to actually be there for my grandpa with my mom together. Look at him 24 hours a day, nurse him all the way to the moment, which was the beauty of a Saturday morning with fresh snow outside, sun shining, birds singing, where he just fell asleep, hopefully with no pain. It's a hard time for me now, and I still want to do a video. So memories are important. I got my little box, my Halina box here. This little box, amazing because it fits Polaroids. So I just wanted to make you aware of the old pictures you have already. We are not just about creating new stuff, it's also about looking back what you already did. And I want to make you all take some time and look through your old pictures. Look what you did in the past. Look what's your progress in your development in photography maybe. Or look at pictures and look what memories they bring up in you. Which days they bring back to your memory, which smell, which sound, which feeling, which I don't know. Take your time and look at your images that you already took. And if you haven't printed out pictures that you have digital, do that. I really recommend printing out images that you have on digital, because a digital medium it's not that I'm against it. It's amazing. If it wouldn't be for digital, I wouldn't be into photography because I started with digital photography and I couldn't record this video right here. But a digital image is data that could be lost so easily. It's hard to find that memory back. I have an archive of hundreds of concert pictures that I took like when I started out. But do I find myself looking at them again? Never. But these images here, the Polaroids, like these images, I find myself from time to time just sorting through these images, sorting what I have. Just take a time, like, oh, okay, I picked one of the box. This one is actually Julian. He's working at Polaroid Originals at the moment. He started out in Vienna to get into this company when it was still impossible. And this image is microwave development that we did at a workshop with Oliver Bloom. Let's take another one out of the box. That was actually at Supersense. I worked for Supersense a little bit. That's Analog Palace in Vienna. And that's actually the ceiling of the palace. And I tested this film just to see if it's still working. It's a really old Impossible production. And one more just for the memories. This one here, that's actually the ceiling of Schönefeld Airport in Berlin. That was on a travel a few years back when I went there for my birthday. I think it was my birthday. It was really cold, I remember, and I was there with 3 friends and we were just looking at the city, enjoying some time there, and yeah, wandering around. That's my messy box of memories, let's say it like this. There's outtakes in there, there's pictures that I can't fit anywhere else in. On the other hand, we need to archive our images, we need to take care of them. How do we do that? Well, a friend of mine, Thomas, he made a wonderful project a few years back, which was these little boxes here, and these are archive boxes. They are amazing. It was like kind of a Kickstarter project, and it wasn't too big, but it worked out. It was a cool project, and I love these boxes. They are amazing. You can write on front what you have in there. That's actually Berlin. So let's take a look what we have in Berlin. Berlin was a nice memory. I shot on color film, and we got the old grandpa sitting on the bench. One of the most important places for me to be in Berlin, Museum of Photography, Helmut Newton. Amazing photographer, amazing gallery. If you're in Berlin, must see. This one here, Destruction. That fits Berlin for me. Berlin for me is destruction. It's no order, it's anarchy, it's something else. Not the regular, it's different. Apartment buildings. Just a bunch of apartments. Berlin for me is something, coming from Vienna, Berlin for me is just huge. It's big, it's just amazing, and this one reminds me of the huge buildings there. This one here, broken, because I was running around the city and I put this picture in the pocket, and while putting it in my pocket I bent it too much, so that's why there is this crack in this image, as you can see here. That's when it cracked. Berlin Wall, a thing you can't miss. It's important to see, to remember yourself what happened there. Heckischer Markt. Beautiful brick stone building. So you see, it's important to go through your memories from time to time. It's important to look back. It's important to look up front. Yes, we have to look back. So we also have to take a look what's coming up next. And I'm not getting stuck into sad feelings or anything. I'm seeing my grandpa passing away as a new start for myself, a kickoff, and I really want to start out this YouTube channel. I want to grow it. I want to produce more content for you. My grandpa was also a person that never hesitated to do anything. If he wanted to do it, he just found a way to do it. If it was broken, he repaired it. That's what I want to do. I just want to do, create, enjoy the feedback you guys give me. I hope that episode didn't make you too sad. I still wanted to show something to you. Okay, so this episode wasn't the happiest of my life, but I'm not in the happiest mood of my life. I hope you forgive me. I hope you still enjoyed watching it, sharing some memories of my life with you. You don't need to hit like, you don't need to, you can download it, this video. I don't mind. But stay on the channel. Next week will be better. Next week will be uprising, hopefully. And I hope to see you next week. See ya. Bye.